Yeah.
Seriously. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Today is a monumentously stupendous day. Unfiltered, unqualified is back in business, baby. Woo! Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
We have had some really cool, fun upgrades as well. As you can see on my end, I am also copying the spaceship vibe for today. I've got some killer lighting right now, which makes me look like I'm a purple alien. So that spaceship just fits the vibe there.
Fits with the
Yeah,
vibe.
Nephi's
does.
got the awesome lawyer enlightened background going on, so that's super fitting. And Tanner has a third child now going on there. Oh, I can't see you.
Oh, because of the
Yeah.
mustache.
The
I was
mustache.
like,
Yeah,
wait,
confused
but I
for a
what?
just
second
forgot
there.
that they won't see you in the recording. So that's bad for them.
Well, hey, Joe, I see you're also growing a mustache. We need to make sure that we keep it growing for Japan because Ammon is also growing a
What?
mustache.
Really? No, this is totally getting shaved tomorrow. Sorry, man. My
Oh my gosh. Wait, Joseph, are you
no.
growing a stash too?
No, this is just like some days without shaving. My hair's just darker than Tanner's. It's not very long. Yeah, there's like a very
Dang.
direct correlation, causation between my amount of facial hair and the decrease in makeouts that I get. So I try to balance that out some more.
Dude,
So,
it's like a
but
linear graph. Like the
truly,
longer you shave, the less kisses you get.
it's it might actually be exponential. It's actually it's such a sad fact of life.
That
But
is true, though. That is true.
That is hilarious, though. I love it.
with all that said, we are so excited, Nephi, to finally do your Jeopardy game. This has been
Woo,
what, 6 months in the making. Basically,
Been a hot minute.
Nephi had this ready to go in his back pocket, and timing just never worked out until today. So, without further
Mhm.
ado, take it away, Nephi. Bring back our glory days of Unfiltered and Unqualified.
Boom. I love that. Well, today, thank you, Joseph. We are actually going to be reliving our glory days as well as some future. So we're going to play a little game of Jeopardy. And this Jeopardy is a little bit different, where the categories are based on our own lives. So, based on the different age categories from where we're coming from, whether childhood, teenagers, young adult, our expectations for adulthood. I don't count us as adults yet. I know I'm 26, but still, guys, come on. And then midlife.
We're pushing 30,
and gray.
man.
Hey, but we're still under that barrier. Don't push me over it yet.
I sent Kyla a meme earlier, and it was like, guys, I'm not that old. I'm in my 20s. Yeah, 1920s.
That is hilarious.
So we're old,
Oh,
guys.
man.
We're old.
That's true. I will still claim I am a 90s baby. I will take that. If only by a couple months, but
You made
sweet.
it.
So in the Discord chat, I sent out a little scorecard because unfortunately Google Slides does not keep track of which ones have been selected or not. So I'm going to rely on you guys to keep track of your own points. So if you download that scorecard, you should be able to just like fill it in as we go.
It is a PDF. Should it be an Excel file?
Shoot, I forgot about PDF. I know if you're on a Mac, then there's just a like auto fill in button that will work with the PDF rather than the other. If not, maybe just pull up a piece of paper and keep track of that. I don't think it's like super necessary. Just as long as we're keeping track of which ones have been called on and which ones have not. So
Okay.
without further ado,
yeah.
In this case, maybe we'll just go as far as teams. I was originally thinking couple versus couple, but at this point, we might need to do like 1v1v1.
For the record, my wife is out of commission with the case of the blueberry-sized parasite right now. Or gargantuan.
Parasite?
Absolutely, it is. So, yeah, that is why. But actually, I'm totally down still, Nephi. I'll take this couple on, man.
Yeah.
I will
All right,
take them
let's
on.
see it. Let's see it, you guys. Okay. In that case, maybe we'll go ahead and let Joseph take the first swing. And yeah, go ahead and pick your category. And then there will be a question for you to answer. And if you answer it sufficiently well to the other team's a level of sufficiency, then you get the points.
Okay.
So you will determine how nice or how mean you will be to each other.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's start with the big boys. Go teen 500. But I take that back.
Ooh.
I have no idea what gray is. Gray 500.
That means we're old and gray.
Oh,
All right. Question for you. Yeah. When you're old and gray, what's the impact you hope your life will have had on those around you, family, friends, and community?
I hope that everyone will be really, 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 really sad that I'm gone for like a week. And then based on how I lived my life, they will be really, really inspired to live on and be happy. I take that back. I hope just like a day. My wife can be sad for a day, and then the next day be really happy, and then the day after that get married again. So.
There you go. Gotta hit the day quota.
Love it. Love it. Tanner, Kyla, thoughts?
Nice.
How many points here?
Yeah, I think that was sufficient.
All right.
I just heard from the peanut gallery that Brooklyn doesn't want to do it in a day. The remarriage part, she's giving herself 12 hours. So
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
You guys are in Idaho, so let's go on campus and you're good.
Yeah. BYU I do, right?
That's right, baby.
Awesome. All right, Tanner and Kyla, up for you
Okay.
guys. Make sure to
What do you
keep
want to do?
track of your score too, Joseph.
Here, how about you choose and then I'll choose?
Yeah. My keyboard's not working right now. I'm not sure what I did.
Childhood or parenthood.
Oh, I just fixed it.
Oh, I kind of missed it. What was that, Kyla? Something for 400?
Childhood for 400.
Childhood for 400. Here we go.
Also, are we just keeping track of our own points, or are we keeping track of? Okay, gotcha. Sounds good.
Yeah, keep track of your points and which ones were called or not. But I'll also try to be doing the same, but just that way there's 3 verification sources.
Sounds good.
All right. So, what memory instantly takes you back to pure joy or safety?
Christmas.
Specific.
When I got my American Girl doll, I was pretty ecstatic about that.
Dude.
That's awesome.
It was a very
Why were you excited about it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually gonna call a timeout. I think that you might have taken the AirPod that Kylie's using one too many times in the shower, Tanner. Your audio is actually cutting out pretty bad.
Okay. Here, hand me your AirPod. It's okay. Here's what we'll do. Let me text stuff real quick.
Maybe we can.
Intermission.
Maybe you can like swap out.
Unmute here.
Maybe you can swap out the mic source to be your phone.
How's that? Is that any better?
No, I can't hear anything because I don't have
Put on
headphones. Okay.
Oh yeah, Kyla sounded great.
Okay. Is this any better?
So much better.
That's good.
Sorry,
way
Tanner.
better. Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna hear echoes the whole time. But
That's
now we
okay.
also get to see your third child, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Anyway,
last
I
we
was
did
just saying the American Girl doll. I used to be obsessed with the books and the computer games, and I just really wanted an American Girl doll. And so anyway, I was pretty stoked when I got that. It's like one of my favorite Christmas gifts.
That's awesome. I didn't know that there were American Girl doll video games.
I don't know if they still exist, but they had an American Girl doll website, and you could go through all the different girls and play their different little games they had.
Wow. That's fun. That's fun. All right, Joseph,
Dude.
points.
I enjoy the thought of awarding points for someone supporting the cause of capitalism and consumerism, hardcore bedrock American ideals. But I don't know if I can get behind the desire to perpetuate this male oppression of holding up these unrealistic feminine ideals that need to be upheld to, exemplified in dolls. But I think in this case, I like
Down
capitalism.
with Barbie.
I think in this case, I like capitalism win. So we can give a poll to 100.
There we go. There we go. Whew. Barely got that one. All right, back to Joseph.
But you're not gonna do it, Nephi?
All right. I'll take one. Let's see. I will do midlife for 300. I also don't remember any of these. So, what's a midlife plot twist, job, family, health, hobby that shaped your outlook forever? Ooh. Oh man. Now I remember making this question and thinking specifically, I want to make sure I don't answer it. I want to learn from you guys. I think probably a big plot twist for me was I never wanted to go to law school. Like doing speech and debate in high school, I was like, okay, this is cool here because I'm doing it with my older siblings. Never wanted to do it. Then plot twist, I was finishing up my undergrad and was like, okay, I need to figure out something to do with my life that I feel like has impact. And economics was too theoretical, I felt. So Natalia, older sister, was so nice and willing to be like, hey, just try it out. So applied, got in, and was like, you know what? 3 years, if it goes down the drain, like hopefully I live to like 800, right? So we'll see. And ended up doing it, and it's been awesome. Super cool blessing. Definitely has shaped my outlook forever on how I see government, the way people interact with each other, and especially the way that I view laws from God. I think seeing that there's a lot more humanity behind the ways of man's laws also helps me to see that there's divine heritage in God's laws as well, that he treats us as divine human beings, and seeing that. So yeah, that's how it's shaped my outlook forever.
Oh, these
Yeah, 100 points max, maybe.
I was I want to award like an extra 100 points just for the gospel connection. I love that.
These
Thanks,
dime a dozen.
Tyler and I will be on a
These
team.
dime a dozen students nowadays deciding to do a top 25 law school on a whim. Just see if it works out, you know? Too many of them.
Right. Maybe.
Thank goodness.
Maybe.
Thank goodness. All right, back to Joseph.
We are always going for the big money, baby. Let's do
go.
yeah for 500.
Yeah, for 500. That's young adult for all y'all listeners out there.
Oh.
What piece of advice do you wish you'd gotten or actually followed back then?
But we are young adults.
I know. Just
right.
think a little bit. When you were a younger adult, I guess.
Young single adult.
That's it. We'll say one young single adult.
Really solid one. I think just physical health, eating habits, and working out. They just affect like your physical health affects every aspect of your life, emotional, mental, spiritual. And I just did not have an interest in creating habits for that when I was young. And I think that if you make a habit like that when you're young, A, it's just so much easier to do it later in life. And B, by the time you go off to college and mission and whatever, you can already be jacked for the ladies. So really nice perks right there.
I totally agree with that, especially with like food habits. I feel like we were terrible at food during the first 2 years of our marriage, and then we had to figure it out.
Well, and your metabolism starts to suck when you get older, but you don't care about it when you're like a teenager and young adult, and then you get into your 20s and it starts going down. You're like, oh, I can't just eat all of that and stay the same weight.
Can't eat a full pizza from Costco anymore.
I know.
So
no, it's
true.
only
Or
half.
even just like staying up all night as well. Like I remember us partying hard until like 4 a.m. as kids, and then now I have the hardest time staying awake till 11. Brutal. It is brutal.
Yeah, and so like I don't know. That's like one of those pieces of advice where I think just based on our brain development and anatomy at the time, where it just doesn't even like be healthy for the sake of health and later you'll regret it. I don't think that like has hardly any impact for most kids and care. But I do think what has more impact is like, hey, you'll look good for the opposite gender. I feel like that's what I hear most reasons for. I wasn't super concerned about that as a young adult, so maybe that's why that wasn't it for me. But that's what I'd say. But I want to try to help my kids work out from a young age. Brooklyn works out pretty much every day, hardcore. And just from watching, Aslan loves to lift those 2-pound weights and do squats with them.
Cute.
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
It's so cute. I love it. Like when I was home for the summer, she would totally come out there whenever I was trying to do like planks or something. Oh my gosh, so cute. And she'd try to copy.
He's a cute planker.
Mhm. All right. Tanner, Kyla, thoughts? Points or no points?
I say full points for that.
Yeah, full
There we
points.
go. There we go. Also,
I'll
I
do-
had this great idea. I'll just start putting sticky notes over my screen for where we have already asked questions. So hopefully you don't have to keep track of that as much.
We
Cool.
have.
All right. Back to
Do
you,
you need
Tanner and
to?
Kyla.
We have the ones that we've done already. If you want.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
and Sam, I'm keeping track too. So
Oh, perfect.
So we got 500 YA, 500 gray, 300 midlife, 400 childhood.
yeah, you want to pick one?
Yeah. We'll do childhood for 500.
Childhood for 500. Here we go. What's a childhood lesson, told or untold, that stuck with you forever?
Dude, that's such a tough one. Well,
The nail.
I've got one if you want to keep thinking for a minute.
yeah, go for it.
I actually just wrote about this a minute ago. So, my third grade teacher actually recently passed away. My mom told me about it and sent me his obituary. And the digital obituary actually had where you could like add memories and stuff. So I added a memory from third grade.
No way.
Anyway, so I remember this one time, one boy was bullying another boy, and that did not make my teacher very happy, right? And he decided to teach a lesson to the whole class to try to stop the bullying, right? Anyway, this boy had said some pretty mean things. So this bully, the teacher had him carry the pencil sharpener outside. We all went outside to the grassy area, and he told the boy who was being a bully, asked him to dump the pencil shavings all over and into the grass, and he did. And then he said, "Okay, now pick it all up." And of course he couldn't. And he got the entire class. He was like, "Okay, with the entire class, all of you have to come and put all the pencil shavings back into the pencil sharpener." Obviously, it couldn't be done. There's just too many. They're small, right? There's no way you're getting all of that back in there. And kind of his point with that was basically you got to think before you say something, because like, yes, you can say sorry, you can apologize, you can try to move forward after you do something or say something bad to somebody, but the better idea is just to think before you act and not say something mean in the first place. And so that has kind of stuck with me, I think, in part because it was really intimidating in the moment. He was kind of a scary teacher sometimes, just in the like he was really intense, right? He wasn't your super bubbly elementary school teacher, right? Like he was kind of intense, but he was a really good teacher. And yeah, that definitely stuck with me. So just think before you speak.
Yeah,
That's a solid one.
Did you
I'd say
think of
10
one?
out of 10.
But mine's not as cool, but I think something that I learned was that the activity doesn't matter as much as the people you're doing it with. So even if you don't enjoy the activity, it's better to do it so you can spend time and build relationships. Does that make sense?
Tanner, I have a awesome specific story to go with that. One time you were living with us for a summer and you stepped on a nail, and stepping on nails is not my preferred activity, but going through that experience with you stepping on the nail made a really memorable experience for me that I feel like we bonded over.
So
And
true.
Loved it.
All right. To be fair, Tanner was going total like
Commando.
G.I. Joe on us. Yeah. And
I was hiding behind a barn, man.
but that's because
Commando.
what was it? It wasn't paintball. It was airsoft guns.
Yeah, it was airsoft.
Airsoft
You were
gun,
wearing
yeah, so-
camouflage.
Wearing camo.
Oh, I totally was. I
Threw him in the
forgot about
back
that.
of a Camino. Rode, yeah, that was good.
That
Solid
was a cool
stories.
story, Kyla, and cool thought, Tanner. Thanks.
Thank you all. All right. Okay, let's see. My turn. I'll go for an easy one. I'll do childhood for 100. Ooh, what's the weirdest or funniest thing you believed in as a kid?
Babies come from birds.
Actually, I don't know where I thought babies came from, but I think I used to believe that anything that like was touched by germs was like corrupted, and I could never touch it again.
Dude,
So like
me too.
anybody, yeah, it was so real. Like germs are a thing, but like I couldn't touch anything that any of my siblings touched. Like spoons, forks, could not use them. Even if they like were handing it to me, Joseph can attest. Except I had one exception, and this is the funniest part, is that if it was for my mom, it was okay then. She can try my food. She can eat off the same spoon that I had, but she was the exception. So
Dude, did you ever like hold your breath around sick people so you wouldn't get sick?
yes, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. All the
Like whenever
time.
I'd go to the hospital, I would just like hold my breath as much as I could.
Just because it would get inside you.
Right?
Yeah, which like to be fair, bacteria and all that's a real thing. But
Can you imagine if you
maybe
were
not
that
so
age during COVID?
oh my goodness.
Like in
I
your
would be
kid's stage of
mortified.
feeling that way during, yeah, that would
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a
just
great
intensify
point.
everything.
Oh yeah.
I can
All right.
definitely add my testimony to validate Nephi's statements.
Yeah, I was a huge germaphobe, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Joseph, back
Cool.
to you.
Is the only 500 left the teen, or is that
Teen
adult?
and adult and midlife.
Yeah, so I think you got a few.
We'll go adult.
All right, adult for 500. If your adult self could talk to your teen self, what's the first thing you'd say?
Oh, that's funny.
It's me from the future.
Yeah, seriously. Adult self could talk to your teen self. First thing they would say, that's a fascinating question. You know, I think that I think just something that I am continually working towards improving, and that is a very common human experience, like nothing special to me. But I think would like really help to hear myself say it to myself, you know, like in the future, is just the idea that life is about your own path, your own road, you know, that there's no need to have your happiness be predicated on comparing yourself to the Joneses next door, you know, just what it comes down to. Like, let yourself be happy as often as you can and laugh as often as you can and just enjoy the happiness. And that is just what it's about. Worrying about your own progress from your own starting point and moving from there, you know? I feel like that's kind of a universal human condition, like struggle right there. I mean, that's like pride, right? Comparison. So
The only
that,
race is against yourself.
yeah.
So here's a
totally.
question then, Joseph. Follow up to that is, how would your teen self have responded to that?
My teen self would probably think that he was doing a decent job, and then just the older he would get, the more he'd realize how much more he needed to do on that and wasn't doing as good of a job on.
You mean like with
I don't know, you know, like but like I just think that I think it's just maybe an area to where you don't know what you don't know. And just as your life changes and progresses, things just change and progress and feel differently for you, right? So I don't know. Now that I say that, that sounds like a silly thing to say to my teenager self, because as the adult self, I'm saying I don't like he wouldn't understand or appreciate it, right? So too bad. Better luck next time. I'll have to give a better answer later. But
hey, but that's the first
But-
thing you say, right? You can get follow up and then convince him afterwards too. But first thing,
Yeah.
Ellie.
I would have said
Actually,
you need
yeah.
to play more Destiny.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, actually, yeah. What am I saying? I'd probably walk up to him and be like, "I am your father." Be like,
I know your whole life. Yeah. that's
resemblance. I try to dress myself up as like a hobo, look like I'm homeless and a decrepit, like
This is
Greggy
your
person.
future.
Yeah. Do
That's
better
awesome.
in school.
Oh man.
You guys ever heard
Alrighty.
the thing of like you're just sitting in your room and then a portal opens up and like you're a different, more successful looking person, but you walks through it, and then a specter's like, "Look, this is what you would have been if you hadn't tried." and then
Oh my
he
gosh.
leaves. It's like, please don't show this to me anymore, please.
That is hilarious. Sometimes
Yeah.
there's real benefits of just accepting life, huh?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Sweet. All right, back to Tanner and Kyla. Oh wait, real fast. That was adult for 500, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, we haven't done any of the teen categories yet, so let's do teen for 500.
All right, swinging big. Here we go. What's one insecurity or challenge you overcame that shaped who you became?
Talking about insecurities.
Ugh.
I feel like this is appropriate for teenage years, right?
Yeah.
I can do this one if you
Go
want.
for it. I'll think.
I worried so much about how I looked and how I talked and how other people viewed me when I was a teen, that I was like super introverted and like didn't even talk to people, because I was so worried what they were going to think. And I realize now that they're not thinking about me 24/7 and no one cares,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting seeing how that like self-consciousness turns us into just like being self-aware that maybe it really doesn't matter. Huh? It's okay.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it. I think that's a good shared one.
I guess I got to.
You don't have to.
I don't know. Mine just sounds so dumb, but what I'm thinking of. But as a teenager, I was just very used to being the best at everything. Like I always won, top scores in the piano festivals. I was like a Sterling Scholar, got all A's, like got everything that I tried hard for and worked hard for. Except for my senior year of high school, I did not make it into singers, the chamber choir, and low-key still bitter about that. Yeah, I really, really wanted to be in singers ever since I was like 11 or 12 or something. Like I
man.
wanted to be in singers, and like I know I'm not the best singer ever, but like I'm decent and I'm a good alto. I can I can sing harmony and stuff, right? Anyway, and that was really tough on me. I know that's dumb because like I was doing great. I was salutatorian. Like I was literally like up there all the time. But I think that that year it was actually nice. The period that they had chamber choir rehearsals, instead of doing that, I actually got to be a TA in one of the classes that my foreign exchange sister was in. And so that was nice to have kind of that extra time with her. And then also, I think that kind of helped when I got to BYU and suddenly I wasn't the best at anything because everybody there is like the best at everything they did in high school. And so you get there and you're just totally average. And that I think kind of kicked me into gear a bit and realizing that it really doesn't matter to be the best at everything. Anyway,
I love that.
yeah.
Thank you both. Yeah,
That wasn't
solid.
lame. I don't know why you said it was
It
lame.
feels like, because thinking about it now, I'm like, man, I was such a brat, like thinking I just needed to be the best at everything, but like that really doesn't matter so much. Just a little prideful about it, I guess.
Yeah, we were
I'm now
kids.
proud to say that you are the best at admitting you are not the best at everything.
There you go.
Boom.
Thanks, I'll take
Boom.
it. Yes, that's the best of me.
You're the best.
Awesome. All right. Let's see. Back to me. Also go YA the yeah for 200.
You're kind, Nephi, leaving the big money for us.
I'm also just nervous. I don't know if I want to dive. The big money are the deeper questions, and I'm like, I'm fine with that. What's a weird thing? So, what's the funniest roommate or work story you could never make up? Oh my goodness. This one's a pretty wild one. So while I was working, can I say this one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can say this one. Okay, I just hope no one that was on this trip will ever find out because I would feel terrible. But this person shall remain nameless. So while working in Europe, we needed to get from our office space, and I had a group of fellowship students that were with me, and there were like 15 of us, and then a couple of like coworkers, right? And we're all like college age people. Most of these people are like juniors or seniors in college, about to graduate. They're all trying to apply to law school. And they're on this trip to get to know like how the legal systems work in the US and Europe, and also to like network with different law firms throughout Europe. So we were on one of the subways in Madrid, and we were trying to get to this law firm. But one of these students came up and were just like, I'm really sick, while we were on the subway. And my coworker, who was in charge of like the logistics, was like, okay, well, let's just like have you turn around and go home on the next stop. And she was like, I don't think I can make it. He's like, well, are you okay? Like, what's going on? She's like, no, I can't make it. I can't make it. And so everyone's just like, what is going on? And sure enough, she just runs over and pukes from both ends
Oh,
all
no.
over. And it
Oh,
didn't
no.
stop on the train, but also stopped out in the subway as well. And so we stopped, we finally got off, tried to help her clean up. And or maybe I shouldn't have said her, but it was wild. Like, never would I have thought that I would have been helping a student pooping and puking on a Madrid subway. But we made it through.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
probably-
I hope
think
that
that
she
is
burned
crazy.
those pants to help be like
Yeah.
some ritualistic way to burn the memory.
I know, it was pretty wild. I felt so bad for her after that. Like, no one ever let her live that down. It's just so sad.
Oh, man. Yeah, stomach
Yeah.
flus are terrible, man.
Mhm.
That's funny. Solid story, Nephi. That is definitely unbelievable.
I was like, whoa, never did I think that happen. All right, to you, Joseph.
Midlife 500, baby.
Here we go. If you could write a letter to yourself from 10 years ago or in 10 years, what's the one piece of truth you'd want them to hear? Man, you got like the backwards facing question last time, and now you're like the forward facing question.
Or in 10 years. One
Wait,
piece
so
of
writing a
truth
letter to
here.
17-year-old me.
So like, you know how like the last question for Joseph was like, if you could go back to your teenage years, what advice would you give? This
Yeah.
is now like, if your teenager could come to you and remind you of the truth, or if you could go to yourself in 10 years and remind yourself of the truth, what would it be?
Dude, I wouldn't listen to that punk.
Fair point.
I love it.
I think that in 10 years from now, most likely my professional / career path will be much more time demanding than it is currently. And so I hope I'd go up to him and let him know that this time that I've had to spend so much more hours of my week with my wife and kid has been such a happy time. Happy time. Happier than I thought it could be. And so just give a reminder, because I'll be I'll almost be 40. So it'll be a time when I'm looking to try and make some big career moves, I'm sure, and just want to give a reminder that work hard, good luck, but I hope I am not sacrificing more joy for the idea of future joy, So
Yeah, I love
that'd
that.
probably be the advice in 10 years.
Mhm.
Remember that this is a pretty happy time of life.
I think that's good to remember. There's often a lot more positive than we recognize, huh? That's great. Thank you. All right. That was not the one that I meant to click on. Here we go. Oh, all right. So Tanner and Kyla, back to you
Okay,
guys.
we already did all the 500s.
Mhm.
We'll do
Have we done
400.
YA 500?
Yeah, Joseph had
Oh.
that one.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you.
We'll do gray 400.
Ooh, gray 400. Okay, what's a dream or goal you've never shared but would still love to pursue in your old age?
Okay, I'll give a realistic one and then a crazy unrealistic one. Realistic, I think I have shared this, so I don't know if it counts. I want to become an author and like make money off of it. I think that'd be super cool. So that'll be the realistic one because I think I can do it. But
Woo!
unrealistic,
That'd be cool.
be an astronaut would be super sick.
Dude,
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Bro, I don't know. Once you become some super famous author, by that time, what's his face? SpaceX dude. I should know his name. Elon Musk.
Bezos.
He's gonna make it
Bezos.
like so commodified that you can just go to space for $1,000.
They don't even go to space though. They don't like even leave the lower atmosphere, so it doesn't
Okay.
count.
Okay. Give him 20 more years. Give him 20 more years.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
That's awesome though, Tanner. Solid dreams. Have you been writing any books? Can we know that?
Yeah, I'm 80,000 words in for one.
Dude,
So if you want to be a beta reader, Nephi,
That's so
you're welcome
good.
to.
I'm so down. Honestly, I'm a beta reader for someone else right now as well, and I love it. It's so fun. So I would be honored to, Tanner. That'd be so
Okay,
cool.
I'll send you a doc. I do the competition.
Hey, thanks. All right. So grade 400 taken. Let's see. I will do teen for 300. Think of one of your high school crushes. Now, what goofy thing did you do because of them? Oh my goodness.
Glad you got this one and not me.
I know. Like, oh dang. What is a goofy thing that I did because of them? Oh, I can't even think back
While
to
you're
high
thinking
school at
of
this
it,
point.
I could share one.
Please, yeah, save me. I'm phoning a friend.
Okay, my first crush, Ellie Eastman. We cuddled up in a pine tree, like at the very top of it.
Ooh.
Like we climbed a tree, and I put my arm around her, and that was it. That's all we did.
That's fun though. Wow, I'm impressed you
pine
guys
tree
climbed
though
all the way
of
up to a
all
pine tree
trees.
into that.
A pine tree though of all trees.
Yeah,
know.
pokey.
You
and-
just, yeah, you'd know that was so comfortable up there with the cold breeze and the needles in your butt and your hands.
Oh yeah.
And
I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Well, I think I might have to take that one. Thanks, Tanner.
What, Nephi? Come on. Don't leave us hanging.
My mind's blanking. I'm like, what was it? Once I dressed up as like a Cars figure for a Halloween dance. I feel like that was pretty standard, not too goofy. Maybe something that looking back, I'm like, this was not so smart. Maybe it's not so goofy, but it is a weird thing that I did was I set up my crush with someone else because I was trying to test if they were interested in me or not.
Mm.
I'm like, oh man, I should have just straight up asked.
Because then they got together.
Because then they got together.
Oh no.
So I'm a matchmaker for all but myself, I guess.
here.
All right, back to you, Joseph.
Wait, Nephi, I thought that was last week. That wasn't a teenage year.
History repeats itself. What can I say?
All right,
Thanks
I will
for the save
do.
there, too, Tanner.
I'll do. Yeah, for 400.
Yeah, for 400. What is a fear or uncertainty you faced, and how did you push through it?
Oh, learning how to fly. Yeah, I am scared of heights. I've been scared of heights my whole life,
You have.
and at one point, I thought that being a pilot was how I was going to have a career, and so it's just kind of a bite the bullet, and you do what you got to do. And so my first several flights was definitely a little more like, oh, yeah, okay, this is cool and fun, but don't look out the window that much. It was great. Just continual exposure and bit by bit, and things worked out. And then I was able to do my first solo at a normal time, and I almost crashed on my first solo, which was really scary. I came in for my first landing and was not used to the weight difference of not having my teacher, my co-pilot, in the seat next to me. So because like 200 pounds were gone when I landed, the plane immediately started to pull hard to my side. And so I was about to go right off the runway, yanked up, but did not have enough airspeed. So I was about to just, oh man, I am a bad pilot by forgetting those words stall. I was about to stall, so then I shoved down, but I'm close to the ground. So I was like, and then there's a billboard, barely missed a billboard. Basically, when I finally landed, I was able to do several more touch and goes, but after that, all my limbs were just like, whenever I did radio calls, I was like, Skyhawk 46902 Lima, like it was very
Oh my
funny.
gosh, dude, that's
Uh,
crazy.
That
I've never
is
heard that
wild.
before.
When I finally came in and landed, my teacher was like, "So how was it?" And I was just like, "I almost crashed, but it's great." And he was like, "What?" He'd gone to grab a sandwich from his car, so he missed it.
Oh my god.
That is
Jeez.
hilarious.
But,
Wow, way to go, Joe.
yeah,
Way to go.
heights is it, and push through. I think that's just literally it. If you're doing something scary, you just got to do it. You don't think about it, you just do it, and then you do it again and again, and eventually, not scary. Not the answer all the time, but I think that's an answer a lot, maybe even most of the time.
I think I'm scared of makeout sessions.
Oh,
Specifically with your
Tanner.
mustache.
as a man, as your friend, and like man who loves you, I will be there for you when you need to have a.
Yeah,
Thank you, Joe. I'll be up there this
I
weekend.
mean, next up, I'm afraid of marriage too, apparently.
Nephi, when you need, you give me a call, and you can
Thanks,
join me
bro.
sitting next to Tanner.
Ooh, there we go. There we go. All right, Tanner and
Our
Kyla.
little kids, if they're watching this right now, they're all like, "What?" Like they're like, "I don't get it," and the ones that are like, "Little but do get it," are like, "Oh my gosh, what?"
And then when they're old enough, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, our silly parents."
They're
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
We'll do
Right.
adult for
Adult,
400.
yeah.
Adult for 400. Here we go. How have relationships or priorities shifted over time? Any surprises there?
I don't know if there's any surprises per se, because I mean, especially with kids and everything, like priorities kind of shift, like they become the most important, right? And marriage relationship, most important, like, and even my relationship with my parents, like that kind of changes and shifts over time. Like I feel like I see my parents in a new light since being married and becoming a parent myself, and kind of seeing what things might have been like for them when they were my age and, young, married, young kids and everything. And so I don't know if there's any surprises per se, but it's like you don't necessarily understand until you get to it. Like, your life is going to be different when you're married and when you're a mom or a dad, right? But you don't really understand it till you get there. I don't know. What would you say?
No, I think that's good. I think for me, I've learned that relationships bring the most happiness in life. And so that's the biggest priority.
That's powerful. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I guess one kind of surprise is just like my relationship with my brothers. I feel like we're all really good friends now as adults, whereas as kids, sometimes we butt heads or like argued and stuff. But just, I'm glad that we're all friends now.
Yeah, amen to that. That is so true. Like, even just thinking about that, Kyla, like, I think everyone knows that Marina and I were like the biggest head butters in our family. But like just today, even like I just laid in bed and we chatted for like an hour, and then I fell asleep as he's probably gonna hate me for outing him like this, but he's the one that I'm a beta reader for, and he was reading me parts of his story. So maybe that's really bad of me as a brother to fall asleep as he's reading me his book. At the same time, it was really nice,
I totally went and saw him when he was on the phone with you, and so he's like, "Oh, okay, Nephi, I gotta go." I heard nothing, and it's like, "Nephi." It's like, what the heck? I've been reading to him for like 45 minutes, and I haven't heard a thing. I was listening. What the heck? And so then I was like, "What? Maybe he lost connection or whatever." Like, no, he's lying in bed, and we're like, he fell asleep. He's like, "Gosh, dang it!"
Oh yeah, I feel so bad about that. No, when you listen to this, I'm sorry, bro. All right, sweet. Okay. Oh man, back to me. Let's do gray 100. Ooh, double points. Take that, you guys. If you could pass on one story to future generations, which one would it be and why? And what technology do you hope is realized by this time? I'll start with the second one. I think I would love for like holograms to be a thing, like widespread. So I feel like that would just help with so much like understanding in education and teaching in like designing things and experiences and learning and testing stuff. I think that would just be so nice. And it would just be so fun. Like VR, but like without the headsets. Oh, so cool. Would love that.
That would be sweet.
Like
And
could you
then
imagine playing
everyone
like Destiny or something in that? Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
And then everyone could really sing, I am Iron Man, playing with the holograms with my garage band. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it.
You can like pull out the little Star Wars one, like get hologram messages. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
High-tech sci-fi society where all the holograms are blue.
Yes, that's so funny. But I'd love it. I'd love it. He's so cool.
So what you're saying, you want the Star Trek simulation stuff, where it's like computer generate this, and then it like creates it.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm not too familiar with Star Trek, honestly.
I think Tanner hit the nail on the head though. It's like a step above holograms. It basically you walk into a room and you like can't really tell a difference between the outside world. You can just do whatever you want in there.
Yeah, I think that'd be so cool. Like maybe I guess there'd be a lot of like ethical implications of that, but I think that'd be so cool to have that technology. You know, like it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and then one story I'd pass on to future generations. Ooh. I think one that I would pass on would actually be our shared story of, I think it was like Grandma Great's grandma, where maybe it was on the beach or side, I forget. But on one of the hillsides, there is a story of our grandma who was about to die, and her husband was off in a field or something, and someone came to get him and was like, "Yo, your wife's dying," and everyone's trying to rush home. And what ended up happening is the grandma, or the then mother, she's probably what, like mid-age or something, I forget, like in her 30s, 40s, maybe 50s at most, but she had young kids at home, I think. She's probably 30s or 40s. And she like sat up during one of her sleeps and was like, "No, you can't take me. I still need to be a mother to these children." And laid back down, and then later woke up and was like, "Oh yeah, everything was fine. What happened?" But everyone just talked about how she was definitely like negotiating with God or the angel to be like, "No, like you can't take me now. I still need to be a mother to my children. I still need to be here for these people." And I think I'd pass that story on because I think one, it teaches great principles about like the reality of God and that there's a lot more going on than what we realize. I think of the importance of relationships and the importance of our duties as like our roles in those relationships, like as a parent, as a spouse, as one who like has a place in people's lives, as well as that like wouldn't be here without them. That's for sure. So I think that'd be a cool one to share. All right, back to Joseph.
No, it's such a cool one. Thank you, Nephi. I recently learned, I thought it was cool. I heard that apparently an early life story that really impacted President Oaks was like family farm or whatever, right? And I think his little cousin, or I think it was his little cousin, went missing. Everyone's like, "What the heck? Where's the little toddler?" They found his body in the canal, and they fished out his body, and then his grandpa like just commanded by the power of the priesthood in the name of Jesus Christ, live. And then the little toddler that was lifeless just got up and was alive. And I think that there is such unique power in sharing miracles that are in your family, you know, that are not, "Oh yeah, that's right, miracles happen to other people out there, that's cool," but no, like showing direct results of evidence and faith with the people that you know, with the people that you are connected with, I think is a very grounding aspect when it comes to faith. So I like it. Good story. Pick.
Love that. Thanks, Joseph. Thank you, guys.
And
All right, maybe we'll just do one last round. Go
I was
ahead,
actually just gonna say I think this might be my last one. Might be the party pooper,
Sarah.
if that is okay. So
No, that is great. That is all great.
we'll finish it with a bang then, and hit the end of our year's category. Do great for 400.
Ooh, that one's
All
already
right.
been done.
Ooh, never mind. What's it?
Oh.
What?
Yeah. And Kyla beat ya.
What's the 400 one that's
We
still
haven't
available?
done 400 for midlife or teen. If you want to do one of those 400s.
Let's do midlife.
Midlife 400. Okay. Triple points, Joseph. Oh my goodness.
What?
Whoa.
That ain't
But you
right.
got to answer 3 questions here. You thought this was
Yeah,
one final
baby.
round? Haha, 3 for 1, baby. What do you miss
What?
most from earlier years? What are you glad is behind you? And how will you carry those into the future?
What do I miss most from earlier years is the feeling that you have all the years. You know, that is one big perk about youth. Is, well, maybe it's not a perk. You know, maybe if you didn't feel this way, you'd accomplish a lot more in your youth. But a lot of ease and lackadaisicalness at times. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe comfort, right? If like things aren't going as well, it's really easy to be like, I'm young, I'll figure it out. You know, like I got time. That's nice. Not gonna lie. I still feel a lot of that, thankfully, but not nearly as much as I did. You know, to be able to be like, oh, I'll figure it out later. It's like, no, you just start figuring some stuff out.
You got kids. You got responsibilities.
Yeah. What is glad that is behind me? Probably just several of the. Oh man, dating. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Nephi.
Oh,
But
man.
There are
sucks.
several things that I could have said, but
Guys, I have years
easy,
of dating on you guys. Like,
easy
I have
dating.
at least 3 years more experience in dating than you guys at this point.
You
You
poor
definitely
man.
do.
Oh,
That
man.
is the
I don't think that's
dating
a title
is
I want to continue to hold.
dating
but
is the game of golf. The lower number
Ah.
wins.
yeah, amen to that. Amen
Yeah,
to
it's
that.
just you can have lots of fun dating, meeting people is awesome, yada yada. So many good perks. It's not that dating is a bad thing at all, but getting out of dating because of marriage is just better. You know, it's just a new game and it's nice. It's better. Love it. How will I carry those into the future? I will still go on dates, but just with one person now. That's nice.
That's good.
And I will continue to remind myself that though it might not be so easy to feel like, oh yeah, I got time to figure that out. Honestly, I do. There's that pride aspect where that can be going on. But then also, it's not necessarily a bad thing to feel like you don't have all the time in the world, because it helps you to appreciate the time you do have and to use it well. So I'm going to use it well and go on lots of really good dates. Oh man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You're satisfying your fear of making out.
Lots of makeout sessions with Tanner.
I love it. Awesome. All right, Tanner and Kyla. Thanks, Joseph.
Well, I thought that was the last round.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm thinking one
like
more
we all
round
do
for all of
one.
us because Joseph started it off. But
Okay,
with
okay,
that last
fair.
one, I think he crushed us in points. So
We'll do Teen
Yeah,
400
baby.
then. Oh, geez.
totally defined your teenage vibe.
I can't think of a single song.
Napoleon.
But I listen to so much angsty
Napoleon
stuff.
Dynamite, Tanner. You are the guy who would walk up to Kyla and say, "You can drink whole milk."
I'm trying to remember the full quote, but I can't.
Oh, is that not it? Oh no, yeah. But what is he like? I actually have.
Do you think
no, I
you
did watch
have to
it.
drink 2% because you're fat?
Yeah.
Because you're not.
Yeah.
You can drink whole milk if you want
Yeah.
to.
See, you nailed it. No,
Yeah, there we go.
I'm being
No,
silly.
I was such an angsty teenager, though. I listened to
funny.
so much angsty stuff. Like, It's probably why I was so depressed, is because I just listened to nothing but depressing music.
Really? I feel like
Fair.
you were big into techno as a teenager. Is that right? I have that
Yeah.
memory.
A little bit. That was like early teenage
Early
years
teenage years.
with Monster Cat, Daft Punk, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Cool.
What about you?
Hobby wise, I think I would say choir, drama, filmmaking, performance in
The
general.
showbiz. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
There's no business like show business.
Ah.
Like
mhm.
no business I know.
Way to admit that you are not perfect at doing too few of things, Kyla. And way to admit that you're not perfect at doing too few of things too well. I don't know if my like double negative trying to set up work there. I get a lot of
I don't
Yeah,
know if I
I'm
should
trying to
call
follow you,
that.
but
trying to connect back there earlier, but that's okay. I think Nephi is just like Joseph. You just
Life was
And-
just all about performance, both literal and academic, and all of the performance, eh?
there we go.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Nice.
speak yourself, Nephi.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I'll just do, let's see. Let's do adult 100. Oh, maybe not this one. Because I'm not a
Okay, it was his
parent.
career too.
Okay.
Oh, you cheated. You
What was
just
that?
wanted double points.
Yeah, choosing the double points. I see what you're doing.
I gotta catch up to your 1200 somehow, Joseph. Oh man. Did you ever take a wild chance that paid off or flopped fantastically? I would probably say that first year of law school, dated a girl. It was phenomenal. It was super fun. Learned a lot. So I think that paid off great. In the end, it did flop fantastically. That's for sure. But I still think that it was like an awesome opportunity to have done that. I think I learned a lot. It was great.
So are you saying that
All
it was
right.
a wild
Well, thank
chance
you, guys.
because you think she was wild? Or just you were wild? Or I'm interested to know that aspect, how that fits into the story.
I think there's probably a lot of both. I think we exacerbated each other's wild sides.
I
I think
mean,
in good
I
ways
saw how
for the
much
most part. You know?
lipstick was on your
That was
face
fun.
that night.
You weren't supposed to share that with the kids, Joseph.
Oh yeah, don't
All
kiss
right.
until
Well,
you're
thank you
dating.
guys.
And even then, until you're married, kids.
That's right. When I'm married, it's different. But while dating. All right. Well, thank you guys. It's been fun playing a little game of Jeopardy with you all. Especially thank you for sharing the sensitive, sometimes scary things, but being willing to share that, and especially with our future children. I'm hoping that, and current children as well. I'm hoping that, and as the future comes, this will be fun to reflect back on, and you guys will evolve and also have different experiences or thoughts come up when you consider these same questions in the future. So, love you guys. Thank
We
you so
should
much
finish
for
out the
sharing with
rest of
us.
it for the next podcast. Let's
Dun,
go.
dun, dun.
And with that,
All right. Well,
we will sign off and say goodnight.
buenos nachos.
Recording.